Are your beliefs holding you back? It's a simple question, but one that cuts deep. Imagine waking up tomorrow in a world where everyone thinks exactly like you. Every opinion you hold is mirrored back to you. Every belief you carry is reinforced by those around you. No one disagrees, no one challenges, no one questions. At first, it might feel comforting, like being wrapped in a warm blanket of certainty. But pause for a moment. Would that world truly help you grow, or would it quietly trap you in an invisible cage? What happens when your ideas are never tested? When every conversation you enter simply reflects back what you already believe? This is the echo chamber effect, a cycle where your thoughts bounce around like sound waves in a closed room, amplified and repeated until they feel like undeniable truth. It's comfortable, yes, but comfort can be deceptive. Comfort can disguise itself as wisdom, when in reality it may be keeping you from discovering opportunities that lie just beyond your mental walls. Think about it. If you only ever hear agreement, how do you know your ideas are strong enough to withstand challenge? How do you know your perspective is complete? Without friction, there is no sharpening. Without contrast, there is no clarity. Without challenge, there is no growth. So ask yourself, how often do you deliberately seek out perspectives that contradict your own? Do you read books or articles written by people who see the world differently? Do you engage in conversations that make you uncomfortable, or do you avoid them because they threaten your sense of certainty? If you find yourself dodging disagreement, you may already be living inside an echo chamber without realizing it. And here's the danger. Echo chambers don't just limit your thinking, they shrink your world. They filter out new ideas, silence alternative voices, and reinforce the illusion that your way of seeing things is the only way. Over time, this can make you less adaptable, less creative, and less open to opportunities that require a shift in perspective. Ask yourself again, what might you be missing because you've surrounded yourself with mirrors instead of windows? Here's another question. Is comfort more valuable than growth? Comfort says, stay where you are. Don't risk it. You're fine. Growth whispers, step into the unknown. Challenge yourself. There's more waiting for you. Which voice do you listen to more often? If your beliefs are never challenged, you remain comfortable but stagnant. Comfort is like sitting in a chair that fits perfectly. You don't want to move, but stay there long enough and your muscles weaken. Growth, on the other hand, requires friction. It requires the discomfort of questioning what you thought you knew, of stretching beyond what feels safe. Growth is the workout your mind and spirit need to stay alive, sharp, and evolving. Think about history's breakthroughs. Did they come from people who stayed comfortable, or from those who dared to challenge the prevailing beliefs of their time? Galileo risked ridicule to prove the Earth wasn't the center of the universe. Rosa Parks risked punishment to challenge segregation. Innovators, leaders, and visionaries grow because they refuse to let untested beliefs dictate their future. Now ask yourself, where in your life are you choosing comfort over growth? Do you stay in a job that feels safe, even though it no longer excites you? Do you avoid learning new skills because they seem too difficult? Do you hold on to beliefs about yourself? I'm not creative, I'm not confident, I'm not capable, because they feel familiar, even if they're limiting? Comfort can feel like protection, but it's often a prison disguised as safety. Growth, though uncomfortable, is liberation. It's the path to discovering abilities you didn't know you had, opportunities you didn't know existed, and strengths you didn't know were possible. So the real question becomes, what's the cost of staying comfortable? The cost is missed opportunities. The cost is unrealized potential. The cost is living a smaller life than the one you're capable of. Growth asks you to risk discomfort, but in return, it offers transformation. What opportunities might you be missing because of your unchallenged beliefs? It's easy to underestimate the silent power of belief. Beliefs shape what you notice, what you ignore, and what you pursue. They act like invisible filters, quietly determining the size of your world. And when those beliefs go unchallenged, the cost is often far greater than we realize. Think about it. Believing you're not creative means you never try painting, writing, or music. You shut the door before you even step inside. Believing success requires one rigid path, perhaps a corporate ladder or a certain degree, means you overlook alternative routes that might suit you better. Believing others can't teach you anything because they're different means you miss wisdom that could transform your life. Each of these beliefs is like a locked door. You hold the key, but you never turn it because you've convinced yourself the door doesn't lead anywhere worthwhile. Now ask yourself, how many doors have you left unopened? How many chances have slipped by because your beliefs told you, that's not for me? The hidden cost of unchallenged beliefs isn't just missed opportunities, it's missed growth, missed relationships, missed discoveries. It's living a smaller life than the one you're capable of. Beliefs can shrink your world, but they can also expand it. Narrow beliefs act like blinders, keeping your vision limited. Expansive beliefs, on the other hand, multiply your opportunities. They encourage you to explore, to experiment, to connect. They remind you that you don't have to be defined by yesterday's assumptions. So here's the challenge. Which beliefs are you willing to question today? Because every time you test a belief, you reclaim a piece of your potential. Every time you open yourself to a new perspective, you expand the horizon of what's possible. And every time you let go of a limiting belief, you step closer to the life you were meant to live. Do you mistake certainty for truth? Certainty feels powerful. It feels like control, like standing on solid ground. But certainty can be an illusion. Just because you feel certain doesn't mean you're right. In fact, some of history's greatest mistakes were made by people who were absolutely certain. Leaders, scientists, and entire societies have clung to beliefs that later proved false, beliefs that blinded them to alternatives and delayed progress for generations. Think about it. Certainty without questioning is like wearing blinders. You see only what fits your existing view, while everything else fades into the background. You stop asking, you stop listening, and you stop growing. Certainty can become a prison, locking you into patterns that no longer serve you. So here's the challenge. What if you treated your beliefs not as unshakable truths, but as working hypotheses? A hypothesis is flexible. It invites testing, refinement, and even replacement when new evidence emerges. Imagine approaching your beliefs with that same openness. Instead of defending them at all costs, you could explore them, stretch them, and evolve them. Wouldn't that open the door to growth? Ask yourself, what beliefs do I hold so tightly that I've stopped questioning them? Where might my certainty be limiting me instead of empowering me? What new opportunities could appear if I allowed myself to be wrong? The illusion of certainty is seductive, but growth lives in uncertainty. Growth lives in curiosity. Growth lives in the willingness to say, I don't know, but I'm willing to learn. What if the key to growth isn't having the right answers, but asking better questions? Answers can feel final, like the end of a road. But questions open doors. They invite exploration. They spark curiosity. They disrupt the cycle of repetition and force you to step outside your bubble. Instead of asking, how can I prove I'm right? Ask, what if I'm wrong? That single shift changes everything. It moves you from defense to discovery. It transforms your mindset from protecting your beliefs to expanding them. Instead of asking, how do I defend my beliefs? Ask, what can I learn from others? Suddenly, disagreement becomes a gift. Every conversation becomes an opportunity to grow. Every perspective becomes a window into a world you might never have seen otherwise. Instead of asking, how do I stay comfortable? Ask, how do I grow? Comfort seeks stability, but growth seeks possibility. Comfort keeps you where you are, but growth takes you where you could be. Questions are powerful because they break the echo chamber. They interrupt the cycle of certainty. They challenge the illusion that your current perspective is complete. They remind you that life isn't about defending what you already know. It's about discovering what you don't. So ask yourself, what questions am I not asking because I fear the answers? What questions could unlock opportunities I've overlooked? What questions might lead me to challenge the very beliefs that hold me back? The truth is, growth doesn't come from having all the answers. Growth comes from daring to ask the questions that make you uncomfortable, because discomfort is the birthplace of transformation, and questions are the keys that unlock it. So how do you escape the echo chamber? You begin with curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that says, I don't know everything, and that's exciting. It's the mindset that pushes you to explore ideas that make you uncomfortable, to step into conversations that challenge your assumptions, and to see disagreement not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Curiosity is the antidote to stagnation. It's the force that turns walls into windows. When you're curious, you stop asking, how do I protect what I already believe? And start asking, what else is out there that I haven't considered? That shift alone can transform the way you see the world. Ask yourself, when was the last time you changed your mind about something important? If you can't remember, it may be a sign that you've been living too comfortably inside your own bubble. Growth requires change, and change often begins with the courage to admit, I might have been wrong. Breaking free means deliberately inviting diverse perspectives into your life. It means reading books outside your usual genre, listening to voices from different backgrounds, and engaging with ideas that challenge your worldview. It means resisting the temptation to surround yourself only with agreement, and instead seeking out the friction that sharpens your thinking. And here's the paradox. The very discomfort you fear is the doorway to freedom. The conversations that unsettle you are the ones that expand you. The perspectives that contradict you are the ones that stretch you. The questions that make you uneasy are the ones that lead you to growth. So the real challenge becomes, are you willing to trade the comfort of certainty for the adventure of curiosity? Because once you do, you'll find that breaking free from the echo chamber isn't about losing yourself. It's about discovering more of yourself than you ever knew was possible. So I'll leave you with this. Are your beliefs holding you back? This isn't just a rhetorical question. It's a call to action. It's an invitation to step outside your echo chamber, an invitation to embrace discomfort, an invitation to grow into the person you haven't yet discovered. Because your beliefs are not just thoughts, they are architects of your reality. They shape the choices you make, the risks you take, and the opportunities you see or fail to see. If your beliefs are small, your reality shrinks to fit them. If your beliefs are expansive, your reality stretches wide, opening doors you never imagined possible. Ask yourself, what kind of reality do I want to live in? One defined by the limits of unchallenged certainty, or one expanded by curiosity, courage, and growth. The choice is yours. You can stay comfortable in the echo chamber, surrounded by familiar voices that never push you forward. Or you can break free, step into the unknown, and discover the opportunities waiting just beyond the walls of your certainty. Growth doesn't demand perfection, it demands willingness. Willingness to question, to listen, to change. Willingness to trade the illusion of safety for the adventure of possibility. Willingness to believe that you are capable of more than your current beliefs allow. So here is the invitation. Dare to challenge yourself. Dare to ask better questions. Dare to grow. Because the life you dream of isn't waiting inside your comfort zone, it's waiting just beyond.